Hi everyone, Angela here again. I hope you had a chance to check out Lindsay's videos that she made last week for our grade 5 students. This week, I'm here to talk about what we offer our grade 8 students. The first presentation that we do is around healthy relationships and abuse. Now, we certainly understand that at this age, some of you may or may not be dating, but prevention is the key here, and having these early conversations are definitely the way to go. So the first question that we ask the students is, what is abuse? Really, when you break it down and you think about why an abuser is doing what they are doing, it all comes down to a choice. Sometimes we hear that they're doing this because that's how they grew up, it's all they know. Mental health issues or concerns. Maybe drugs and alcohol could also be a factor. But again, as I just mentioned, abuse is a choice. So no matter what the choice that is being made, we want to make it clear that nobody ever should be in a relationship, and they should all have that right to live and have a relationship that is safe and free from abuse. So let's talk about a couple of the types of abuse. Lindsay's going to focus on 3 more next week. So for now, we're just going to talk about these 3 real quick. So think about physical abuse. I'm sure you have all the typical things that you're thinking in your head, but I want to offer you a couple more that maybe you haven't thought about. What about driving recklessly in a car to scare somebody? Or throwing something at somebody? You missed them, but you still took that opportunity to throw something at them. Or blocking a doorway with your body so the person can't leave the room. Those would all fall into that category of physical abuse. Now, emotional abuse. Thinking about things like yelling and screaming at somebody, put downs, calling them names, intimidations and threats. Those all fall under that emotional piece. And then the sexual abuse. It always takes one brave student in the classroom to put up their hand for that one. Not too many people want to share information on that one. But that again comes down to anything that somebody is doing against our body sexually that we do not want or welcome. And again, there's that consent piece as well there. So thinking about consent and giving that. And giving consent is also a verbal yes and a verbal no. And the great thing about consent is that you can take it away at any time. I'd like to focus quickly now on elements of a healthy relationship. That's why we get into relationships, to be happy, to enjoy our time with somebody. Now, don't get me wrong, no relationship is perfect, we know that. But it's how we get back to these elements of a healthy relationship that really determine whether or not our relationship is healthy or not. The number one thing for me that I think about is safety. If you are feeling safe in a relationship to express how you feel, maybe you're frustrated with that person that day, being able to share that with them and telling them that without consequences of what might happen to you, that's really a really important piece in a relationship. Next week, Lindsay's going to talk about a few more of these with you guys in our other presentations that are coming up. I just want to leave you with this little note of, if you think that you or someone you know might be in an abusive relationship, what can you do to get help and where can you go for support? There's all sorts of options that are available out there. We are going to attach resources and red flags to this presentation. But for now, I'd like you to kind of think about some or even Google them yourself. You know, the first one that comes into a lot of heads is the Children's Help Phone. There's also ways that teens can email and text resources. So like I said, we're going to have all those here for you to research and to read up on. So thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to being back with you guys again tomorrow. All right, thanks so much. Bye.